so sleepy. I need some lit. Morning, everyone. What's up, Benzo? A little late today, my fault. You said drink some coffee? Yeah, I know. But I'm gonna do my analysis first. I think we had some news today, right? We got a bunch of news today. I just think it's not like red, right? Or yeah, you do got red. You got core PC price index, advanced GDP, and employment costs index, advanced GDP price index, unemployment claims, personal income, personal spending, Chicago PMI, and all of that stuff. Yeah, quite a bit of folders today from 8:30 to 10:30. I think you have two red ones right here, so that should bring in some volume. Who knows, man? You might even move more during this folder than FOMC yesterday, because it looks like you picked up. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like you kind of continue to get a push up yesterday, right? Like yesterday, FOMC was around here. Yesterday, FOMC was around here. This is 2 p.m. And then from 2 until, I guess, 9, came up, create a high, create a higher low right here for 12. And then from 12 and beyond, just kind of took off. Was it a crazy move going up? I don't think so. I think this move going up could have been a bit better. It's a pretty slow move, so could this move up get corrected? Right? Could there be a correction of this move today for the NY session? Because this is a very slow move up, but it was a move that broke structure. So it's good for indication of volume coming in. Was it volume alone itself? I don't know, right? It looks like it was pretty slow on the way up as well. So, I mean, it's no different from this move down. Similar movements. This one may be a little sharper of a push. But if there's any indication today of it going back down, you'll start seeing that as you continue breaking lows. So you can probably mark up these ranges here, for instance, like 45.90, 45.80. So if you start closing bearish like this back below these ranges, then you make your way back into the range, right? You can start saying, okay, cool, it looks like the rest of the move will get corrected. So you have a lot of room. You have like until 45.90. That level could change based off of structure that it creates, but assuming, let's say it comes down from here, right, you'll probably expect some reactions here before actually breaking through and pulling through, right? So that's gonna be pretty important to understand. Just looking at this whole entire push up, we have that idea. Then let's see, what else do we got? Yeah, so below there, what is that? Yeah, range for below there is a 420 pip range, 600 pip range perhaps. And then if you remain bullish, then I think you still need a pullback at some point. It doesn't, well, you don't need a pullback, but A pullback would be nice for like some type of confirmation that we can actually hold, because this push up here hasn't pulled back yet, right? I mean, yeah, very small pullbacks in the way up, like here, along these areas here, but you haven't really like pulled back and create a structure to continue yet. So in order for that to happen, you actually need to see something form, right? So regarding where, we don't know, right? But I think either way, like for the sells and for the buys, you're gonna need to see a bottom wick at some point, and then that'll give you set confirmations for both ends, because then you come down, it's like, okay, cool, this can be a higher low to go up for the continuation, but then it's like a 2-in-1, right? Or you can get a break, pull back, re-break, and then all of a sudden you're looking for the fake out, right? So I think either way, like that pullback is going to be very important, and that's what we're going to wait for next. Either if you get it here or you continue pushing up and you get it, I don't know where it'll be, but that's the next stage, right? I don't know how many pips it will be, but that's the next stage. So once you get that stage over with, I think that's when we'll start like hunting for ideas, unless it just kind of continues like ripping up, right? Above like these ranges here, and then we just look for buys, because at that point it's just very bullish. It'll be considered drive, and then when it drives, it's just clean traffic, and you're going to be looking for wick entry buys, breakouts, etc., right? So how much range is this? This range we're in right now is going to be a 600 pip range, so it's not bad. Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. It's just a pullback. Can we get that? All right. So I'll mark up. Let's see, are these levels valid? Break 4,600. What time did that break at? Yeah, this is the move I was hoping for during FOMC yesterday. If you just came straight up yesterday for FOMC, breaking above here yesterday, that was our buy areas, right? This entire move here. That would have been nice. What do we have? So previous zone is 46. Or 45.94. $45.96. Could have put it here. Yeah, maybe better here off of these zones here, off of these wicks going across too. This kind of doesn't make too much sense to the left here. I think this is what we're looking at. I mean, you can go ahead and put it here too. This might make a little more sense with this. You know what? We'll put it here. 45.72 is gonna be pretty important. So 45.72 will place right here, and then our next, so like 45.72 could be a bottom wick area. I mean, it could be higher. I'm gonna put something else here too, just because looking left, there's like, if you were to come down, you run into some traffic here, right? So I think, you know, probably add another zone there. I think here is maybe like more so for breakout. So like if you were to get closures back below the 45.72, below there would just be breakouts or fake outs, and then below there would just look for sells, right? Below this first zone here, it could lead to a fake out, but we still need some confirmation, right? The yellow zone could be like a bottom wick area, because then price can still come up, right? But I think the 45.72, if you break below there, chances of you coming back up again is a bit slimmer, because it's kind of breaking through two ranges. First range is here, second range is here, right? So that's your range 2 breakout, and then below there you have like your continuation back into the range. So either way, you need a pullback. So 45.72 and then 46.01. I think around there should be good. And then, yeah, if you were to get continuations up, then where's your next resistance? Like, what are you looking to target next? That's what I'll try to find out. And it's looking like roughly this no top wick zone right here at 1 a.m. on Tuesday, 45.61. It's going to small time from C. Double no top wick right there. Come up, struggle a bit. I think here's pretty fair. I don't think we're gonna have buys above here though, but I think it's like a target area, right? So this level that I'm drawing up right now isn't gonna be like some buy zone. It's more so of like target areas if you were to go up, right? You may slow down there. Why does everything sound so dark? All right, that's better. But yeah, 46.71 isn't going to be like some buy zone we'll have. I think for buy zones is more so above there. But if you were to go up, that's a zone that you could probably slow down at, right? So I don't have any plans for buys up until this area. How far is this really? 260? Yeah, I think we'll probably let that one fly if it does come up. But after that, if you could break above there and stay above there, I think buys above. There can be buys, but there could be wick entry sells because this would be the first break today, actually, right? I think this is considered the first break outside the range. So it gets a little complicated here, but if we're expecting a bottom wick next, right? Like the next stage of this move, because then the bottom wick will confirm whether we'll get a fake out, right, to go back down, or it will confirm that we'll have a higher low to come back up. Right, so if you get a higher low to come back up and you close back above 47.61 or you tap it, then we can't really get this. We won't be able to get this wick entry sell at 46.71 because now you have some higher lows and you have some structure to go up. But if you open up or you continue to drive up from here without creating bottom wicks, there could be wick entry sells within these areas here because you're looking for the first initial reaction off of that zone. So as you tap into the zone, first initial reaction, right, you're expecting price to kind of start pulling back, right? It's a struggle zone. So something like this can occur, and that's your move right before coming back up. Similar to what we had yesterday's NY session. I think the wick entry, what did we take yesterday? Wick entry buys, I think it was. So similar type of thing. But yeah, this is the first breakout, no pullback. So if it does come up, that could be pretty valid of an idea. So then this zone will be pretty important then for that wick entry. So, but for continuous buys, like directional buys, not wick entry sells or like just confirmation of us going up still, I think that's going to be more so above like 4,700, 4712, 4,700 areas. See, yeah, 4,700 is pretty fair. What's this? 4718. I think above there is pretty fair too. I think I'll leave it there for now, and then as the session goes on, we'll just adjust things around, right? But I think for now, like just Wait, maybe one more support zone in case you break below. I think that'll be 44.88. Yeah, that's pretty fair. 44.90. Yeah, so that's basically what I'll leave it at. So yeah, I think what's important is just the bottom wick, really. Once you get this bottom wick for this bullish push you had since pre-London last night, 12, we'll be in a much better spot to look for ideas. But right now, that's the next stage, right? So that is also volume too. You're also waiting for volume to come in as well, which I'm assuming would be that pop for the bottom wick if you get one, or a pop up, right? But you need to at least break out of here first. All right, so yeah, it looks decent. Like this move up wasn't too crazy, so I think there's a chance early NY could move. By early, I mean before 10. So you just had news that came out. I think we came out with like a bunch of folders, so likely mix, which means that there was no, or which looks like there was no movement on price. Let's see, 47.20, 46.71, 47.20, 46.71. What else do we got? 45.72. And then 44.90. All right, cool. All right, chat. That's basically it. I have some volume coming in right now, actually, so this is good. But yeah, that's basically it. That is the go analysis. Gold view. I just gave my gold view, man. That was my gold view. So in case you missed it, in case you guys just arrived, maybe just go back like 5-10 minutes. And that analysis is like a 10-minute analysis to find my zones. Yeah, we're live every morning. Good morning. What's up, Cookie? AFK trader, what's up? I didn't realize I didn't queue the stream last night. Forgot. One 543. Did we up the record yesterday? Yeah. What's up, Price? Need one more positive day to qualify for another payout. Like one more positive day, or like a one positive trade? Are there any holidays in May? Any bank holidays or anything? And there's Memorial Day on the 25th, right? So just the 25th? USD right here. Just the 25th then. Yeah, we added some stuff to the background this week, Sunday. Do you skate? Nah, I used to. Oh, rarely. More of like decoration. The first I got was maybe just like an ollie, or like I think I kickflip, but I don't think I can land it. I can flip it though. Skating is mad hard. Nowadays you even got skate. I think longboarding got pretty popular, and now you got like remote control boards. I don't even know what they're called. You won yesterday against Tampa. I'm happy for you, boss man, CEO. I'm happy for your team. I hope they make it far. Man, anybody but You know what, man? Any team but Edmonton, I'll be alright. Who else? Who else is in the? Who else is Canadian in the team right now? In the playoffs right now, you got Edmonton, Montreal, Ottawa's eliminated. You know what, man? Buffalo. It might be Buffalo in the finals. Buffalo is Montreal gonna be crazy, but Buffalo against I'm predicting Buffalo against Colorado. Winnipeg, I don't think Winnipeg made it. No, Winnipeg didn't. Yeah, I'm not sure it's stacked. Montreal's stacked too. I feel like Buffalo has like the whole NHL support basically right now. All right, Uncle Dan. Yeah, it's my first non-playoff in like 10 years. Are those football players, Eddie? Carolina stacked too. But I think Carolina a little too old now. I think they had their years. I don't know. This might be this could be the last year. They're getting a little old. I think Minnesota can make it pretty far. I do not want Vegas to make it far though. Just because of Mitch. I can't see Mitch in round 3 without the Leafs. That'll be a disaster. Chat, I think we're stuck at like 22 likes or something. We've been stuck there the whole stream, I feel. Y'all see that number, 22 likes? Last day of the month today though. Let's finish off strong. By strong, I mean discipline. If you get a trade, shit, we'll take it. That was a good FOMC stream yesterday. Even though we had no trades, that was a pretty chill stream. The picture in picture was cool. Did you guys enjoy the XAUUSD sell run? The XAUUSD sell run? Yeah, I enjoyed it for the year. Right? Basically the entire year. Kinda. Let's see. Kinda. From February, I guess. So now, yeah, this could very well be a higher low that takes you up. If price could manage to make its way up above 48.80, above 48.80 should just be like clean traffic all the way up until 5,000 again, and then you're into that range. I think the hard part is getting there, right? The hard part is actually making your way up towards 4,800. But once we have some volume, hopefully over the next couple of days, maybe today, who knows? 48 or 4,800 is not too far. Yeah, if you can make your way above 47.20 today, it could be this week. You're pushing up here. Labor Day. I think I'll just done tomorrow. True. We buy? No, I have. I'm waiting for this to kind of push up here above 46.71. I have wick entry sells, which is part of the buys. Part of the buy move, just higher lows if you don't get them now, and then breakouts for buys for me is like 47.19, so it's a little further away. Maybe there could be something between 81 and 17 if you create structure, but if this is the first pop up above these ranges, we're looking for wick entry sells right there. Check, you have a new 4-hour closure. You're actually not too far away. It's like 280 pips, kind of far away, but yeah, you're pushing up here, so much closer to the wick entry sells ideas for a higher low. What's the odds it rejects? I think there's a high chance you get a rejection for a higher low. The thing is, it could also form here. It doesn't need to come up towards 71, right? I want to see 71 because this move has so far driven up without any pullback. So if it could continue doing that, there's a very high chance at the next zone that you can get a rejection. If you get it here, then you just get it here. I can't really do much about that. If you get it here, we'll have to get rid of the wick entry sell at 71, because then the idea is you want to be part of the higher low, right? But if you get it here and then you flip again, it's like at that point we're bullish, right? Above 71, you can look for or start looking for ideas for buys. So chances are high for that to be the next part of the push, because that's for both directions, right? That's for if higher lows to continue up, or higher lows for lower highs to continue down. All right, both could kind of still play out. So that's what I mean by the next step. It's like the next step for both ends. It's not just for like one bias. But 71 is pretty decent zone, yeah. Like there's a no top wick zone right here, so it's gonna be important to understand that alongside with like a bunch of rejections here in the past, and then It's not like we're looking for, like when we're looking for the wick entry sells, we're not looking for like we're not looking for this, right? Like that could happen, that very well could happen. We're looking for just the first initial reaction. So it could only be from here down to where you are right now, right? So that's a 207 pip range. Well, that's something we can target. Maybe here for 210 pips instead, right? Like from here to these body areas could be a next support. But we're not gonna be expecting like this. I mean, you could attempt it, right? But chances are slim because you can just do this, and then come back up. All right, but you're looking to be part of that next higher low. That's like the next stage in price. Let's see. 71. You still got like 260 to go. It's quite a bit with the volume we have now, especially. Stops, right? What's that gonna be? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. What are we gonna use? $1,600. 48.37. I think we can use 48.37. Do you break above that high? GG's. All right, so it's, I think that's around 1,600 pips. So lot size, I think that would be 0.07. I think 0.07. So yeah, we'll see if we can get up there. What's up, Vino? At least will I take any trades today? Well, we'll try to if there's any opportunities that present, right? Anything that we had ideas for and that comes, yeah, for sure. But if we don't move, then there's not much I can do about that. If we could finish off strong, that'd be nice. What time did NY move yesterday? Wednesday. Yeah, yesterday he moved early. He moved like 8, 9 already. $9.30. Yeah, you already moved 9:30. What did we get yesterday? Wick entry buys? Yeah, wick entry buys. Hey, did anyone hold this? I highly doubt it. Peak 4:30, came back down again. There's no way. Why buys don't work here? I never said it didn't work. I'm hoping for the buy ideas to play out so we can get the wick entry sells. I just don't think we're directionally bullish yet. We had a nice run from 45.33, but I think what's next is liquidity before getting an actual push up, like an actual drive. So I'm looking to be part of that liquidity, like looking to be part of that wick entry that creates that higher low. But no, I never said it's not valid. Like I have buy ideas above 47.19. Above there, I think that's when you'll be like breaking actual bullet structure, right? You'll be breaking back into this range here. I still think below here, there's still some probability that this could be a lower high to come back down to follow the bearish trend. Still, I think it's still a fight. It's still a fight between either. It's still a fight between either this is going to be right here, a higher low to continue up, or this is a lower high to continue down, right? So that's why it's been a little more tough for April, because price is still deciding where it wants to go from there, right? But once that decision gets made, I think it'll be a lot stronger. So it's not like, you know, we're one-sided like buys or sells. Like we have ideas for both. It's just like, what's the next step? I think that's what's important, right? Like what's the next step of the move? What's the next step? Like what's the next step of the process, basically? Drive range liquidity, right? If this is like a small time frame drive, you have a range, what's next? Liquidity. So if you get a first breakup of the range, that could lead to a steeper higher low or something. All right, but now this is your range. That would change though, right? If you get a bottom wick first and then you come back up like this, then buy ideas could be a little sooner. Instead of 19, maybe we'll move it up towards 46.71 above there. But from here and up, I don't know, right? There's no guarantee yet. I've been trading. I don't have the confidence to trade larger lot sizes. Could you give me an advice? Larger lot sizes? I think that just comes with time. Like if you just slowly scale up each year, then your lots, eventually your lots will increase, because you're not going to be doing anything different, right? You're treating the charts the same. Like you're still trading the same way, approaching the charts with the same playbook. As time goes on, your balance just increases, and then you just up your lot size. Like I used to up my lots once a year. Now, like I think we still do. Like on this 1K account, our max lot that we could use right now is 0.14. I think next increase would be probably 4K or 3K. 3K I think will increase to like maybe 0.18 max, right? And then the rest just depends on how big stops are. So that's why trades aren't actually 0.14 right now. It's 0.5 and stuff, because stops are pretty wide. But yeah, I'll always set a new max lot size for the account balance, and I'll go off percentages after that. But yeah, I think you just slowly increase them. Like don't be in a rush to increase them. You'll be alright. What's up, Jordy? Hi, Ricky. Do I think the daily could flip? The daily? I think there's a possibility if you break below 45.70, for sure. Below 45.70, that's like half of your wick. You only got like 350 to go. If the daily flips, so that would be pretty insane, because like how much time will you have in a day? That could actually close the light candle. And if that does, and that's your liquidity, because tomorrow's gonna come back up. That'll be interesting. Previous one closed with no top wick. Damn. I don't want to trade Asian London. Gold cookie today. Wait, what'd you get in cells? It's a minimum 46.80, 47.20 for the 4-hour chart to flip. That's a pretty big range, man. You got a 400 pip range there. 46.80 to 46 or 47.20. That's basically this range. Yeah, those are gonna be slowdown areas for sure. What's up, Addy? Chat, if you guys are enjoying the stream so far, hit the like button. I think we're still stuck at 22 likes for some reason on my screen. Oh no, we're stuck at 38 likes now. You took buys during Asian because of higher lows forming. It looks like there were some nice buys there. Yeah, higher lows during Asian. I really wanted that move to happen during FOMC yesterday. Like above 4,600, it was just clean. Which reminds me, this move above 4,600 is similar to the daily as well. 4,600 on this what is it? On the 4-hour time frame. Right there above that high. So you have like this push down, and then you have these highs, right? That break above there is similar to what's happening on the weekly, basically. It's just that it's going to be 48.52, right? You break back above that range there. I know it's a little hard to see here. You break back above that range there, 48.66, and that's just your clean traffic. Similar move to what you have to 5,100. So that's like the higher time frame. I think the hard part is getting there though. Once you get there, it should be pretty straightforward. But you gotta break through, like to get there, you gotta break through. Next is this, which may not be too strong. I think this could be pretty strong though. 47.20. After comes 47.75, and then comes 48.70. And then once you break that, it's like, this is just clean traffic. You had sales from last night. Fed decision low, closed this morning. Damn, so you held it because the Fed decision, didn't they keep the same rates? Ray Jordan, you and pineapples or something? Is that why you asked about the daily? I didn't know you're asking because you were in drawdown. I would give you a better answer. Oh, you close. 300 pips, man. That's none for you, bro. You be catching thousands, so that's like 10 pips. Better account Blueberry. Which is the one? I think standard. I like the standard. You can use raw. They charge commission. Honestly, I don't even know the spread. Depends. I know it comes out to being the same, I think, because if you select raw, you got no spreads. You got commission. Well, you get a little bit of spread. It's like 0 point something, 0.5 or something. But if you do standard, then every time you take a trade per one lot is $7, I think. Or I mean raw per one lot is $7. Standard is no commission on gold, but you get hit with spreads, which are like a pip, 1.2 pips probably. I just like I like the spread. I like the no spread because I don't notice it. It's like, what's 1 pip even in these conditions, you know? So yeah, we swapped over. We started this account on a I think it was a raw, and then I moved to a standard, and there's no commission. How long do you think it'll take that account? 100K, like a solid 5. I think if we purely trade it, yeah, around 5. So yeah, I think around there. I think last time I did the math, like around there, yeah. If we just trade it and there's like nothing special. But yeah, 5-7 years sounds about right. Right? Roughly. I think I might have a better answer after this year. Mid convo, TP only 30 pips. I have no idea where you got that from. Miso Vite Lesage. Miso Vite Lesage. That was 10:30. Break of the lows 30 minute all the way down to 45.60. Took a buy at 10:15 thinking we'll create another high, then stopped. Oh, we talked about 1 win, 1 loss during Asia today. My broker, this broker, I don't think so. You can check again, but I think the last time I checked, no US. If you're on US, you gotta be on futures or something. Got to be. Hey, anyone got any up tempo? Copyright free music? No, pencil. Please don't send it. Only Canadian? No, they're Australian-based broker. You could, I think, other countries, but it's just not America. What's up, Wicked? You're the only streamer I know who has ever kept a 1K account going for more than a month. For real, good stuff. I think people are starting to finally see the vision with the 1K account. It's gonna take some time. I think at first everyone was like, who the fuck's gonna watch you with the 1K account? I'm like, all right, bet. I'll find a way. Cause it's not about the 1K account. But I think the 1K account will teach people like some good lessons though, with patience. And how far patience and discipline can take you. But yeah, we just treat it as any other account, right? It's just, imagine this is like a 100K account, same risk, same gains. I think this compared to the 100K account we had is like roughly the same percentage gains per month. The 100K account was like 10 to 15% per month on average. Real life. Thank you, man. Good to see you too. This can be, yeah, and if you copy trade, right? Like whatever percentage here will be the same percentage over there if you pick the same risk percentage and risk parameters. But I think the earlier in your trading career that you focus on percentages, like the earlier better off you'll be. I will say that. It took me a long time. I mean, I didn't grow up in no financial household. So I took accounting for like maybe a semester. So it took me a long time to learn. For some people, you grew up with that, I mean, easy, you know. But it took me a long time to adjust to that. Chocolate. Why is it called chocolate and not choco early? Why is it not called choco early? Miami GP, is that this weekend? May 3rd? Oh yeah, that's on Sunday. Might be canceled. Aren't they practicing right now? Or tonight? Miami's a cool track. Oh, chat, we have some volume here. Not really, kinda. A little better than earlier. So maybe this could lead to something. Maybe. Yo, the song's a heater. Y'all hear this? But you know, with the 1K account, a lot of people just They just try to flip it though. They're not really trading it though. Like they're telling you like, oh, we're gonna try to flip it, like a 1K challenge. I think we did the same thing the first time. The first time I introduced a 1K account in like 2 years ago, we just ended up flipping it. So this time I came back to do it a second time the proper way, or whatever proper means, but three minutes until the bell. Let's see, 2 minutes until NYC. Can we get some volume here? You just gotta break out of this. It looks like a small range, but it's 210 pip range. So you break out of that, you'll be good. You'll be good to go. Do you have any regrets? Regrets? I don't know, like regrets, yeah, but the lessons that they taught me, I don't regret. So yeah, because every mistake comes with like lessons, right? If they didn't come with lessons, then I would definitely regret. But I think lessons are pretty important. You know, layer your account on BTC below 60K. What's BTC at right now? BTC USD. $76. I think you can get a correction of this. And then maybe a fake out after, or a continuation, I don't know, but I think next part could be liquidity. So top wick above, back to 100 likely, looking at Bitcoin, or at least 98. How's US oil holding up this week? You have anything to the left there? $125.92. Oh, you said if you go down to 60K. $60K. Oh, that's the breakout of lows. Yeah, I think that could be some. All right, chat. NYC here. Monthly leg count to the left. Sorry, hold on. Before we switch over, I want to see BTC USD monthly candle. Which one? Monthly leg candle? Where do you see that? This one? Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, 100K. That takes you up towards 100K. True. All right. You have NYC open here for gold. So hopefully volume. Looks like you're starting to move. It's gotta break below, break above first before getting some more in volume coming in. So pretty slow start to the day. It's already 9:30. Looks like you won't get a move until 10, or direction until at least 10. But let's see, if you re-break these lows, how much of a steeper bottom wick will you have? All right, because those here, if you break it, where could you go to? Reggie said 30 leg candle. And he is correct. 30 leg candle above 46.39 to 46.45. 54 pips. It's pretty good. Yeah, who here has anyone here like copy every trade we've taken for the month so far? For April? Like that's taken every single trade since. Not in Divas 01. I know y'all. Or what percent do you guys get then? Spreads get a little tighter. It looks like it got a little tighter here. That's pretty good. Oh, M10, what's up, man? Try in your hot drinks, quit me drinking coffee. What is that? Quit drinking coffee? You're asking for a lot though for me. It's arisen out of rocks in the Indian mountains. You can put in hot drinks. I absolutely smash the thing. Yeah, I usually take a tolerance break from coffee, but I haven't taken one in 2 years. I usually do like a 8-month break or something. Any buy ideas if price holds there? Not really if price holds. I think for me more so where it gets down to. Like ideas could be if you could come down towards 46.03 and then back up above 46.48. I think that'd be pretty cool. Because then you have higher lows and then you come back up and break and then you just get continuation till 46.71. And if you break 46.71, then you got more zones, more areas up to like 47.19. It's not really about holding, which is, yeah, I guess holding too, but a steeper bottom wick is what I'm looking for. So if you can come down to break these areas, that'd be key. Because think about it, you break those areas, what is price going to be doing here, right? If you get a break below here, below this especially, that's a break of structure. So that's when price should drive down, should, right? Because it breaks below. But let's say it doesn't, comes back up to the top of the range. Now you have some nice higher lows, some structure, and above here you have continuation up. That's your buy, right? So you want to get this out of the way. Otherwise, if you get buys, you're still worried about this higher low that could still be created. And if it's not a problem now, it could be a problem for later. So if you don't get a higher low now, as you come up later on, especially if the move going up continues to be slow like it was throughout the last 12 hours, like this entire bullish move up, pretty slow move. If you continue to get the same consistency going up, any given point, you can just get a correction, right? It can go up like this. Next thing you know, just correction of the entire range, right? See, that higher low is pretty important. You are breaking below here right now, so let's see, could you make your way into this area? I think this is still okay too, guys. If you could make your way up above to 46.71, we can still take the wick entry sells up at 46.71 for a higher low. If this comes up from here, I think it's not until it breaks like actually below 46.13 or something, like that structure area, that's when I'll either move the wick entry sell area or get rid of the idea for the wick entry sell. Eddie lifts. Let's see, could it break this? I think these lows are also these ones to the left too. So you can see when it broke in the past, you did get a pop down, right? I wouldn't say it's the same mirror though, because this is coming down trend. This is more so of an uptrend. So we'll be fighting against each other pause, but it's gonna be same zones, right? If you can break through there. So 120 pips. And then I think below 45.72, that's when we're looking for sells. Below this range down here, because it'll be breaking through maybe below 09 if you get like structure, like maybe like 45.97 or something. But if you can break through and hold, right, that'll change this up a bit. But if it can glitch right through this area, then below here is like straight continuation. And then below from like 45, 49 down to 44.91, that can just be wick entry sells, right? If it can make it that far. Asking for a friend. He is in buys. 46.43. What's his chances to get back up? 46.43. Where's 46.43? Around here? Chances? I think they're pretty high still, because if this is a higher low and you flip, then that's your area. You don't. It's not like you have an entry like up here or anything, right? I think this is pretty valid still. There is a chance though that you could get a steeper bottom wick, steeper than this. Like it could come down below like 09 and still come back up. I think you'll be in trouble if it comes down, pulls back, and re-breaks. So you haven't gotten that structure that got that formed yet. Like this is the very first move down, so I wouldn't be worried yet. But if you get a continuation, you get a pullback, and instead of pulling back and coming right back up to above the range, it pulls back, comes right back down. I think that's when you'll be in trouble. That's when you probably want to manage, if you have stops like in between these areas. I mean, knowing us, we'll probably have our stops like well below these areas probably, but yeah. Like, you see how right now you're creating like a lower high, right? So the more lower highs you get, the tougher it gets. I think we're still pretty early though, but yeah, the more lower highs, the tougher it'll get. So you don't want to see lower highs if you're in those buys, right? You want to just see it either continue to fall straight down, which is against your trade, but more so for structure reasons. And then you want to pull back, not like, you know, you don't want to see like this on the way down, because it's like more lower highs, more chances it has to just like break right through. So that puts you in a tough spot. Where's your friend's stop loss? He said, tell your friend to jump on stream. Damn, I guess we can't get wick entries. Sells. This is pretty. Let's see. Maybe. It's gotta push 480 though. $45.81. Oh, that's light work. That's also the middle of nowhere, to be honest. I think. Let's see, actually. I gotta see the small time frame. 81. Yeah, it's the middle of nowhere, man. You can break that and still come back up. I don't think that's a reasonable, or like a, we're looking at price, like that makes sense, because it's like you have all this clean traffic, so you can still correct this and then get a lower high, and that lower high is what your life will depend on, basically, or your friend's trade will depend on. If you get the lower high and you come back up, that's still possible, but if you get this, then GG's. The thing is, we don't know if we're gonna break through or not. But yeah, this is like the middle of nowhere. Like I usually put like a below structure, right? But I mean, you already have a stop loss set off with your wrist, so you don't want to adjust that. So yeah, I think the only thing you can do maybe is just hope that it rejects and creates a steeper bottom wick to continue. Didn't you say it would reach 4670? No, I said if it comes up towards 4670, that is my wick entry sell. And I said we don't know if it's gonna go up towards 4670 because I have no clue. But if it does, without creating like higher lows, that is my wick entry sell. You gotta go back. That's the next small zone I have, 45.80. 10 straight up. Just pray that this is a retracement to go up. Damn. Don't worry, Carlos. My friend says 1% of his account. Alright, you're good then. 1% has none. Light work, light work. I wonder how many years until we actually start risking one account on this 1K account. We risk 1% of this 1K account. It might take like 19 years to get to a milli. What's your TP and stop loss? I am in no trade right now, guys. You guys keep putting words in my mouth. we said two things today, or a couple things today. We gotta wait for this range to break out, and we still haven't done so yet. So there's nothing I could really speak on or confirm. We're just watching, like we're simply just watching. All right. Then it will not rise again now. Man. You gotta look, listen, look, listen. It don't seem like you're listening to, you said we buy earlier. It reached 4650, 4660. ITP when? ITP 4700 drop. Didn't you say it would reach 4670? Then it will not rise again now. No, I see. I don't know where y'all began these things from, man, but I said I am waiting for price to break outside of the range. Okay, this is the range. Have we broken outside the range yet? No, right? So no breakout means no ideas, means no trades, means no TP, means no stop loss. Once you break out, does that mean buy or sell? No, that means we start hunting for ideas, right? So you'll hear me like say, okay, we're gonna look for this, we're gonna wait for this before we get this, and then we'll take this. If those things align, I'll be like, okay, we're gonna look for a trade here, guys. Get ready. This is my TP, this is my stop loss, this is my entry. That's when I will be in a trade, okay? But before that, there's like we're just watching. Like there's there's nothing going on in my mind for a trade at all. All right, like nothing is hunting. But we just broke here, so we got some good news. We can start hunting soon, right? So what's important now is we break below, or yeah, we break below for one, or we break back up. There's no predictions here though. Like I don't know whether it's gonna break below, back up to the range to continue up. I don't know if this is gonna break below, create lower highs to continue down, but we are closer to coming down right now. So if you do end up breaking, pulling back, re-breaking, there could be ideas within this range. 45.93, 45.95 below there, down towards 45.70, right? And that's I think that would be like a 200 pip range. Rough estimates, right? We don't know where the low is yet. We don't know if we'll even make one, but basically the idea is like wherever that low is going to be made next is going to be pretty important, because once you get that pullback, that low could be seen now as a higher low. So like it could be here, it could be here, it could be here, it could be here. We don't know, right? But if you get, let's say something like this, a closure, right? What's next is just a lower high. So you could get candles looking like this. And then after that, it's up to price, right? Whether price wants to push all the way up like this to continue. And then this would be your higher low, or price could also create something like this, right? And then boom, we'll look for positions if it does something like that. But this is next, like the pullback. And I think the difference between wick entries, earlier, if it were to pop above first without creating a higher low, we'll look for the wick entry sell at 71. I don't think we can take that no more because you came down first for a higher low, right? And also if it breaks down first, you're probably wondering, can you take a wick entry buy, right? I think it's a little more tough because if you break back into this range here, this could be seen as a fake out. So taking a wick entry buy when it's like already been coming down for the month, then this could easily lead to continuation of the correction from FOMC yesterday or London Asian last night, because this move going up was pretty slow. Once you pop back down, it's gonna be a little more tough. You know, you don't want to take wick entry buys yet, right? Because this is still somewhat of a downtrend. But weekend breakout buys are doable, right? That's above 46, 43, maybe 46, 43 now could be valid because this is a steeper higher low, right? So yeah, those are the like ideas. It's just which one is gonna happen first now, right? And that's when we'll start looking for positions. But you know, we're kind of we've been watching and we're still watching until those things form. Does that make sense? Because sometimes you guys are just like, yo, buy or sell, buy or sell. I can't just like, you know, all of a sudden look for a position. Let's see, spreads are pretty tight here, but I think this move down is pretty slow. Like it's pretty slow and sluggish, so it could be a bit stronger. Like I think this move up is still a lot. Actually, no, it's pretty equivalent. I think these candles coming down are smaller, but still driving. These candles going up were larger, but lots of stoppages. $82 pips. That's a nice sell, man. 24 down to 16. Very nice, very nice. That's a runner. Chat, if you guys are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. We might get a trade today, finish off the month. So where's it going short term? Short term, I think it depends on what happens once you approach this next minor support. Because then once we get like a rejection, we'll have a better answer. If you reject and re-break, then short term you can say you can get a fake out of this push. If you come right back up, then this could be a higher low. Short term could be a push up towards 71, which could lead to a long term if it does that. Because if you make it way up above 71, you have clean traffic to 19, and then 19 if that breaks, you're back above the weekly highs. And if the weekly breaks the highs next week or next month, could lead to continuation of bullish. So yeah, this is pretty important where we are right now. Yo, this music. I want to play this other playlist, but I got copyright yesterday, even though it was copyright free. Oh, we tap 09, little rejection here. Alright, it's not bad. Oh, nice pullback here. Yeah, reaction off of 09. So yeah, it could still be a higher low. Could still be. And see if that flips. I will say B. Here's the thing now. If you could flip on this 4-hour candle and then make your way back down to re-break the lows at 46.09, what happens is this. You open up, came down first for a bottom wick, you come back up, you flip, and that's it, you re-break. If that were to re-break the lows again, you can look for directly sells right below 46.09 now. Because as you make your way back up, it should go up. It's a 4-hour flip. Like generic price action, like that is like just natural movement of what it usually would do. But let's say it comes up, flips, doesn't drive for some reason, comes back down, re-breaks that low. That re-break of low could be an idea if it does exactly that. right? On the rebreak below 09, because now that's just like more structure added onto it, more liquidity. You can see this top wick as liquidity too, right? But I'm only saying that because the 4 hour candle looks like you create a bottom wick for the previous area, and this could be a flip area. The hell? Yes, that'd be pretty neat if you can get that. Orange Jewel vlog. That I think that's in the archives now. Dubai chocolate. When did I try Dubai chocolate? Oh yeah, the desk setup vlog. Yeah. What are the percentage chance I was getting a trade today? I don't know. I think throughout the week, it's probably like a 40% chance every day. We get an idea. Whoa, yeah, we get, no, maybe more, maybe 60% chance every day, because we get 3 trades every 5 days roughly. I mean, this is not bad. The session only just started when you broke out the range, right? Although you dropped 300 pips here, so like volume should start to come in a lot quicker now, and things should start look a lot more lively compared to earlier. Tough closure, I must wait. Let's see, could you get a flip and a drive, or flip and re-break? We're close, chat. It was like a lot closer than earlier today. Almost there for ideas. If we get a runner too, that'd be nice. Yeah, 66. I would close the stream, but there is hope. How much is this rejection here? This was 1,500 pips. It's not too bad. Fuck, this isn't even copyright free music. Why is it so hard to find copyright free music? Everyone needs to get their bag. You've raged so bad. Holy, what happened in chat? You've blown 2 accounts this morning. Damn. Have I heard of the song Fiend from the underground rapper Travis Scott? No, but I heard he's like an up and coming artist. I heard people talk about him. He's like an up and coming artist. I think he has a lot of potential. I think one day Travis Scott will be somebody. Does Don not want to do Dubai chocolate? No, I don't. I don't think I liked it that much. It's everywhere now. Like, there's more Dubai chocolate here than like maple syrup. I think that's the pistachio. How many years am I trading? This is like my 8th year. Going into my 8th year basically. NCS. No copyright sounds. Yeah, like a lot of these copyright free stuff says copyright free and then I play it and I get hit. NCS, let's see. Oh shit, this might be a good site. gotta be something. This is not bad. All right. Thank you, man. They have a lot of shit. Forex 600 appears to be a strong support. Yeah, you got a rejection off of it, so I think we're still lacking in volume here. Like, I don't. You had the first wave of it, but there hasn't been any like consistency with these moves down too. Yo, what's he saying? I think it's German. I need no lyrics. This is all like EDM and stuff. Don, if we drop, where do you see price going? If you start breaking below 46.09, then 45.96 next. I'm just looking at this, and if you break below there, then I think one more stop at 45.85. If you break that 85, then I think from 85 down to like 45.54 would be pretty cool. So you got a couple things to break, and then you'll be set. I need no lyrics, man. Yeah, you probably heard it in a 2016 COD montage. Chat, DVSO2 out now at admeats.com. If you guys want to go check that out, or check out the free playbooks on that site. Playbook V1, Playbook V2, all of that is out. We had some recent updates on the site, so you can go ahead and check everything out over here. Hey, can someone shit here. I'll pin it. Chat, can we get to 100 likes? I know we had no trades today, but we also had no ideas today. It is also the last day of the month, so I kind of forgot that last day of the month also could be hit or miss with volume. All right, I'm going back to this. What's up, Untraceable Jack? Hey Dom, I'm ready to take a trade, so hurry up please. I have to leave soon. I'm hungry. Okay. What's the direction today? I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for price to give me the direction here. So it's really like either you break 46.09 or you break above like 46.43. Just still waiting. So nothing really spectacular yet, you know. So much slower stream or slower session. Yeah, it's been kind of mid. What else is there? Chicago PMI passed already. Next up is 10:30. I think, yeah, I mean, the volume only came in starting at, what time was this? 9:15? I mean, it should start moving around now. It's been an hour since you started moving, so if it doesn't pick up by 11, I think that it could be a very much later day. What's the playlist? I got, it's called the best of essential spring lo-fi hip-hop beats, chill instrumentals by Chili Hot Music. And some raccoon riding a bike. Oh man, that was crazy. Yeah, I got you. What a interesting session. Could this be? Could this be volume? Let's see. Could this be a 1-2 glitch? Or a 1-2 pop? Could it start glitching? This range took how long? This range was maybe 39 candles. So could this come down in less than 39 candles? Maybe 1-2? That'll give you a lot of info. What's the direction today? I think overall price is like today bullish, but the upcoming direction, I don't know. That's something we're still waiting for. Chat, we're at 82 likes. Can we get to 100? I think we need like 18 more or something to get to 100. Panzer, can you send another GIF in the Discord? I keep looking at this. It just keeps replaying. I don't know what I'm looking at, but can you just send a different one? Could this be a 4600 hit? Shit, we better find out. Could it be? You're breaking the highs again. I'm tempted for a buy. Really? I mean, don't be tempted, be convinced. Play a small lot. How much smaller could I go? Peru? What's up from Peru? Shout out to Peru. Are you in a sell or buy right now, bro? Bro, I am in no position right now. Y'all just be imagining things or something, man. I don't get it. Oh, 1-2 pop. Can we get some? We're down 750. What? Pips or dollars? Percent? Are you Super Wong? Is that you, Super Wong? Indeed. Sup, Super Wong? I knew it was you. You rebranded. I enter with the sell at 24. I see a potential to go close to 4,600. I enter a sell at 24. I see potential to go to 4,600. 24. Oh, you have a nice entry. Yeah, BE and let it run. Straight down into your TP. Yeah, I think 4,600. If you break 4,609, it should be clean traffic at 4,600. That's a reflip. Chat. So although we didn't get a top wick for the 4, maybe you can still get it, but you haven't gotten one so far. You did get a lower high again, so that's good. It's something, right? It's just, it backs up this a little better. So let's see if this can break below here. But it won't be like, I don't think it'll be sells like right below 4,609 for me. If it came up for the 4-hour flip and then came down, then yeah, below 09 would be a lot more valid. But I think since we didn't, I'm gonna wait for price to break below, and then more likely below like 46, 90, 93, 95 would be sells for me. If you can push below there, maybe create lower highs to continue pushing. Below there could be continuation for sells, and then we'll look for positions there, okay? But yeah, I probably want to let this 4-hour flip first. Maybe you get maybe if we get a 4-hour flip, and then let's say you get a steeper bottom wick. Depends on how steep though, but if that does happen and then you come right back up to re-break the current kind of high, could something be here for us to take us back up towards the top of the range then? Because like, if it breaks the lows, you assume that's just gonna come down, right? But if it doesn't come down, same idea as here. It's like if you break the highs and it doesn't come up, you re-break the lows, that can be continuation. Same thing can be applied here. You break the lows, it should go down, right? It doesn't for some reason. Then what you have basically is you break the lows, come back up. Above there could be ideas, which is above this high right here. If you break the lows. This is a 200 pip range we're in right now. Could it be Enzo, it's TOS. I can't. It's TOS today. Are you Vietnamese? Yeah, I'm Vietnamese. You know that, Super Wong. Do you know that? Did you know that? Maybe you didn't know that. Yeah, I'm Viet. Yeah, the fruit is like TOS. My God. Oh, so you're not super Wong. All right, well, yeah, I'm Viet. I thought you said you were. Can we get a push here? If you can break these lows here, 46.11, you break below 09. Who's super Wong? You know, forget about it. Forget about it, man. I just thought you were super Wong because his last name or his name was Wong, and your name says Wong Yi Trade, so it just sounded like something super Wong would do. Chat, what do you guys rate today's price action? Forward? That means like send it, or in this instance send it. Like come through, send it. Chat, what do you guys rate today's price action on a scale of 1 to 10? I don't think it was too bad. I think maybe a 5. You still move down. I think there's still potential though, but so far 5. 7 out of 8. What kind of oh, could this be? Could this be some volume? You're retesting the lows again at 46.09, so maybe you can get a pop through here. Hey, who was in that position earlier that said they wanted 4,600? Oh, I think it was Via. Yeah, if you can break through here, you can probably get your push. Oh, it was you too? It was multiple people then. Damn, everybody in sells today. Anyone in buys? Oh wait, we did have someone in buys. Someone was in buys up here. His friend, right? His friend might be okay if it breaks. Got buys early today. Could imagine so. This was at 4, 5, 6. If it goes to 4,600, the bonus. If not, I took my cut. Yeah. Best feeling, closing half and then letting it run at break even, just trailing the break even and profits after. It's like you're risk free, your job's done, and now you're just managing a trade in hopes that it runs forever. If a 30-minute flips, if a 30-minute candle flips, could that be volume? I would say, I mean, it should, but I don't think you will get volume. Or maybe, because then if you flip, I think you gotta break above here to get volume here. So yeah, the flip could lead to that above 46.29. I think above there, that's when I think volume will come in again. Or matter of fact, I think for volume to come in, you gotta just break outside this range. And we're close to breaking below 09, and now it's just like kinda in the middle again, or almost in the middle. 100 pips away from breaking out lows and 270 from breaking highs. If price reach 46.23, price comes down, possible heavy bearish movement could occur. If price reach 46.23, $46.43. Yeah, if you come up and then you come all the way back down and re-break 09, then that's your bearish movement, because there's no reason as to why you should come up. And if you do come up, there's no reason why you should come down again, right? It's like you come up, it's like that should be continuation. This would be your higher low if you zoom out here. But I think the issue occurs if you come up, break, and then re-break. It's like at that point, you're just gonna fake back into the range. This would be the second re-break of the lows. So yeah, if that were to happen, I mean, we'll be hunting for sure. It's a lot to move though, right? It's like you gotta push up 250, then push back down like 340. What days did we get a trade this week? Did we get 2 trades this week, chat? Right, 2 trades. Tomorrow is gonna be what day? Tomorrow's Friday, so you still got 1 day and a week left. I think this week was not bad. We got a trade on, when was the 27th? Monday? Yeah, we took a 27th trade. And then we also got one on the 29th. So Monday and Wednesday, yesterday morning for FOMC. Pretty chill week. I mean, 1% a week, I think. 1.08% a week. 5.59% a month. Still got tomorrow. Well, tomorrow's a new month, but for the week. All right. Dry range equated theory is fire. Hey, it's not a theory. Hey, don't say that because they're gonna be like, no, that's just market. What's it called in ICT terms? Distribution, whatever. Drive range liquidity is like 24/7, 365. It's always printing somewhere on a minute, on a weekly, daily, something. You know how we got to that theory though? It's because I think before we got to that point of like looking at that perspective, we were just taking like breakouts and fake outs and onions and stuff, right? But then I noticed over time that like breakouts aren't effective. I started to notice that breakouts are not effective on these type of days. They're more effective on these type of days. I didn't know what type of days they were, but I could just tell like looking at the charts, like our win rate, or whenever you get a certain breakout, it'll be more effective than the other. I didn't know what that was, right? And over time we learn about fake outs and then how to avoid fake outs, and I noticed that fake outs are just range 1 breakouts, which means that you may not have enough bullish structure. And then that's the point when I'm like, oh, maybe fake outs, right? If you have a fake out, it's like this. That's a fake out, right? Back above, back into the range. And usually you get a fake out when it's not driving directional yet. So then we start to notice that, oh, these type of days aren't driving days. These are ranging days, right? If this were to be a driving day, then there wouldn't be a fake out. And if there were, you wait for liquidity first anyways before taking the buys. So we got to that point, and that's when we started looking at like drive range liquidity. That was like 23, I think, or 24. And yeah, drive range liquidity just helps though. It helps you like determine what type of day we have, and then it limits your ideas down. So you're not always looking for the same ideas, right? You can't look for the same ideas every day. Same types of ideas. Holy shit, we hit 100 likes. Thank you. We got 10 more minutes into the session here, and then we're gonna see what we can do here. But we'll probably wait till 11 and then set a session stop loss for the session, and then from there we'll see what happens. Maybe there could still be volume, maybe there could still be moves. You're about to get your 30-minute flip here Friday, or was it Friday? No, it was Fanny. So yeah, you get your 30-minute flip. That can lead you up, and then maybe volume. Oh, here it goes. 30-minute flip. Oh, could it be a leg candle actually? In about 9 minutes? Could we get a push here, man? 6 minutes. I think that 30-minute flip for a split second. And now it's just kind of hovering here at the flip area. So what could this be? How long has this been ranging for? Since 9:45. So an hour and 10 minutes of just straight range. So if you had this move and you're unable to move, you need to move double of this move to get some solid volume coming in. Yeah, we gotta make a withdrawal today too, chat. I think we're making I think it was $39.90 withdrawal. 30% of the profits for the month. Do you guys withdraw monthly, or do you guys be withdrawing like whenever? So yeah, I think 30% at 133.82 is around 133.82 is $40.14. Nice. I know on a fund you gotta get like it's not monthly, right? Chad, is a payout for funded monthly, or is it like whenever you hit your goal, right? It's just whenever you hit your, or the date. You bought from 12 to 30 flip. Ah, clever. Clever. That's a pretty good trade. Anticipating the top wick. It's pretty valid. So no one be making withdrawals? Bi-weekly, monthly, or 30 on demand with consistency rules. Damn, so nobody be making withdrawals, huh? All right. I guess it's my job to get you guys to withdrawals. Don't worry though, it's been a month. Soon, when I ask that question, everyone in chat will be like, oh, I can't wait for my monthly withdrawal now. So. Features either 5 winning days or daily payouts with stricter consistency rules. You don't need to make a withdrawal if you're thinking about compounding your account. Then you just be waiting for like a special number to make a withdrawal. You're waiting until your balance gets to X amount. I don't have any prop firm recommendations. I know Pens will be using FTMO. All right, could we get a flip here? 1 hour opening up. Top wick first. So could you get a bearish flip that takes you back down below into 46.09 here? Or are we just gonna make our way back up above 46.40? All right, so I think we'll start placing a session stop loss once you create some highs and lows here. But this could be the end of the session soon. What do you think? Is it better to start an account with and trade with 50 to 300 bucks or get a prop? I'll say start an account first, see if you're profitable, and then go on prop firm. Because if anything, it's much harder on a funded. But you also don't want to waste your money on a funded if you're not profitable yet, right? So like get consistent for a couple months first, not just like, you know, 1 week or a month. Like a couple months will be a good set goal. And then once you get consistent, you could try out a prop. Unless you got money to spare, go straight to prop if you want to. But yeah, go a prop, trade the prop, trade the prop firm, and then get your payouts. And then eventually, long term, you want to be headed back to a personal, because then you'll be in control, and it's also a lot easier to trade on a personal. It's useless to make withdrawals if you have a small account, especially your goal is to make a living. Yeah, but you withdraw 30%, it's 30% on all your accounts. Or across different accounts, account sizes. It's the same habit though, right? If you don't have that habit, it's like you're always gonna be waiting for like a certain number in order to withdraw. Like, oh, I need this account to get to like 20K before I withdraw. And then now you're just trading with a lot more pressure than just like trading every day. You're doing this every day regardless, right? If you're making a living or not making a living. Long term, you make a living. Is it going back to 45.94? Is it going back to 45.94? Yeah, I think if you re-break these lows, you can get continuations here. But I think 46.09 is pretty important. If you can re-break that, you can probably get a pop down. So yeah, still waiting for the same thing to form. To start the session. What's your recommended amount to start with live? I think it depends like what level you're at, right? But whatever you could afford to lose. If you're new, whatever you can afford to lose for sure. Because there's a high chance you'll blow your first account. But whatever the balance is, you want to treat it as if it's like, you know, like a balance that you actually care about, even if you don't care about the amount, because it's like, let's say it's a much smaller amount, you still gotta treat it the same way as if you would treat a bigger account, right? Because when you get to that point where you do have a bigger account, you're not changing anything. Like it's the same routines that you've followed through since you started, and you just improved on the routines, right? So either that's like your withdrawals or like just waiting for simple trades to play out, your risk parameters, like whatever it is, management, like you're not going to change anything. Because the issue comes when traders like treat a small account as if it's like whatever, because they want to get to a certain balance. It gets to that balance and then they're like now thinking like, oh shit, what should I do now? Like you imagine going from like a $500 account to 300K, right? So that's why like the jump from personal $500 to like a funded is a very huge leap, because you're looking at different numbers and you haven't progressed there slowly, right? You can't just went from 0 to 100. So yeah, you want to just make sure like you're practicing the same routines from the start of the small account and just constantly grow. What do you have next? 15 close, 1 hour close, week bullish. 1 hour close, week bullish, but the 1 hour close, week bullish, respecting these ranges. So this could be like lower highs here to make our way down. But this could be treated as structured too. This yellow zone right here. So if you start breaking back above, then I can also take you up in the same range though. So I think at this point, what I do usually is like, I ask like, okay, when I start placing my session stop loss, like what has a higher chance of playing out? And also how long will each move take to play out? Like what's further, right? Because it's 11, so we don't have much time. And right now we're much closer to the sells because all it needs for sells is just like a pop down. Whereas our buy ideas today won't be until like you break above 5.2, come back and hold, and then re-break. Whereas the sell is just like, you already have the top wick. All you need to do is re-break the lows, pull back and hold, right? And we're much closer to it. So I think what I'll do is maybe place a session stop loss here, 46.35. You break the highs, we'll call it a day. I don't know how long it's gonna take to play out, right? You gotta break above there and then make your way up above 45 or 43, 44, and then continue to hold. And if that continues to hold, then you got continuation. But that's the long part, right? Would you say 4609 is strong zone? 4609 strong zone. I don't think so. You can get a repeat of this. So if you end up breaking above 43 and holding, yeah, above there could be pretty strong. But I think it's too early to tell right now because this could still be a lower high, right? You can still get a steeper bottom wick before going up. So right now, no. But if it does something like this, if it like actually pushes up and then continues to hold into the ranges above like 43, then yeah, because then now you just have a much more like structure to back it up, right? If you make your move up, you'll probably get structure in a smaller time frame on the 5, the minute, and all of that. And then if you get another bottom wick within a higher time frame, that backs you up for this. So that's also why I don't have buys from here, because I don't know whether this is gonna be strong enough. If this came down maybe to break, like we said earlier, and then flip, then different story, yeah. Above that, the previous 1 hour high will look for buys, but only if you were to come down below 09, right? Which you haven't. because then that move down that you get on price is like, that's your drive down. It's like, why would you come back up? And if it does come back up, then that's just your 1 hour bottom wick to go up. So then above here could be buy ideas, because then this could act as like your liquidity, your high or low, and those could be your buys. All right, but with this, it's like, it's very weak still. Could this be? Could this be your pop? Spreads got a lot tighter. This could lead to something. What time is it? 11:13. I don't think you have any more news, right? It's just pure price now. Yeah, no more news, just pure price action. Six, seven. Well, we haven't had a month this year where we took more intent trades. In 4 or 5 minutes, price will move. Yeah, 12. That's a little too far, man. Oh no, we'll be here. My favorite AI you made? I I don't know, you made a lot. Maybe the cucumber? Or the pickle? Maybe once the Discord opens, you might have some competition, Benzo. Might gotta compete. Might get a little sweaty. Chat, I think we're gonna move this session stop loss down, so I'll move it up toward or down towards 46.24. If you break that high, we'll call it a day. I don't know how long we'll be here for, honestly. This range here has been doing this for the last hour and a half, basically. So good definition of last day of the month. TBJ01 journal, chat. If you guys want that journal right there, there's your link to the free journal. If you want to journal your own trades and be consistent, you got one right there. Why are you still streaming with this PA? Well, I'm not allowed to stream. I gotta just we have a session stop loss place, so if it breaks the high, we'll call it. Yeah, I think it's gonna move when we hop off. I think if you get a move today, it might be at 1, 2. Or maybe we can get a 1-2 pop. Do you know this line? That's Cardi, no? Ain't that Cardi from Radar? Is Travis in that song? No, he's not. Why does this music sound so depressing? This is instant energy boost. Always moves when we hop off. True. Oh, hold on. You might get something here. You might get something here. Some volume. Spreads are kind of wide on the way down though, so maybe the move up might get tightened up and we'll call it a day, but let's see. Still potential. Still a little bit of potential here. Just a little bit. If you start breaking below 09 and things can get a little crazy. I'll be right back. Give me like 1 minute. Vape. You recommended to me yesterday? I think I remember. I think I did search it, but
Here we go.
man, I might as well start making my own beats for the stream. Let's see, maybe they got some lo-fi. Euphoric. Euphoria. And this is more of like soundtracks. $46.74. Yeah, it might. If it breaks above these ranges, I don't see why not. Above 43. You don't try to aim higher profits for your trades? I don't think I aim for like high or low profits. It's just like whatever the market kind of gives me, right? So if today's price gives me like an 8-pip range, that's all I can really grab. And you can usually cut that in half. If some days markets might give me 200 pip range, that's what we'll take. But I don't try to aim for like, I just aim to grab what the market presents me, right? 46.74, no, 46.68. I don't know what you asking. You might gotta add a couple more words to the sentences. So how do you define your lots? I have like a max. It's kind of confusing. I have a max set stop loss or lot size. So we started off by using fixed lots until this year because stops are so wide nowadays. The ranges are much bigger because we're in a pip session. So with that being said, I have to adjust my lots now based off of how big stops are. So some days stops might be 1500, some days they might be 800 pips, some days they might be 900 pips, some days 2000 or 200 pips, or yeah, 2000 pips. But based on how big the stops are, my max will be on a 2K account 0.14, and then yeah, based on how big stops are, they just decrease or increase. So our last trade we had like a 1900 pip stop loss, so we had a 0.05 lot on that trade. The one before was a little bigger, so it was probably like around 1500, 1600, something like that. If stops are below 400, which is what I would consider normal, that's what we had for the last like 2 years, then that's my full lot, 0.14. So when the account reaches like 3K, that's when I'll increase my lot to a max of 0.18 probably, right? And then at 4K, that's when we're making an actual jump. So from 0.14 to 0.30, because we started off at 0.08 lot at 1K. When the balance is 1K, we kept that same lot, right? So we used to use fix. See, 0.8, 0.8, 0.8. And then I think this year, that's when things started to get more volatile after we increased it. And that's what led us to using like a percent, more so a percentage risk, percentage slash like fixed lot risk. Do I try to fund it? No, I'm not on a fund. I'm just this account and then copy it over to multiple accounts. How do you calculate? Well, you get a percentage, right? So what percentage you want to risk? So that's up to you. Let's say you want to risk like 5% per trade, and then you just calculate your lots with your based on how big your stops are, right? I don't have a consistent stop. It's not always like the same number each time. It's based off of market structure. So if the market presents me, 1400 pip stop loss today, that's what it'll be. If the previous highs are 800 pips, that's what it'll be. So that's kind of what I mean when I said like I don't aim for higher profits, because we also don't aim to have like a certain stop loss as well. It's just whatever the market decides to throw at us. All right, chat. I think that might be it, man. This might be a GG day. You tapped 4624.68. You broke the highs, so yeah, that might be a day. I don't know how long it's gonna take to really break back above 43. It could take another hour. Could be not today. But I don't know when this volume will come. It might not even come today. Tomorrow's Friday though, so May 1st, the first of the month. So we'll be here to start the month off, and I think tomorrow we have no news. I mean, ISM manufacturing PMI, ISM manufacturing prices at 10, but yeah, that's about it. All right, so yeah, chat, not a bad month. I think pretty decent. We did around 5% for the month, so I'll take it. 5.60%. So yeah, chat, I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, have a good day, everybody. Peace, peace. Peace out, Discord. See you guys tomorrow. There, everybody.